These are magnetic paper Minecraft blocks. And in this video, I'm gonna be building a massive Minecraft cave with tons of different blocks and scary mobs. The challenge begins now. Right now, Steve is chilling on this awesome little Minecraft base. He's got a crib, a little farm, some artistic statues?
Oh, hell no.
But you know what I realized after reading the comment section? He needs to explore a cave. How else is he supposed to get dripped out with diamonds, iron, gold, and upgrade the house? But before I build anything, you can't just go mining without preparing. First, we gotta find a lot of wood and cut down some trees. Then we can make a crafting table, build a chest to store extra items, make a wooden pickaxe so we can actually mine, craft a furnace to smelt ores, make a light source, and finally, shoot a sheep, grab 3 wood, and make a bed. You'll see why this is important later. Also, a bunch of you haters in the comments said Steve was too big, which is sad, but I kinda agree with you guys. So here's an accurate Steve made out of paper and magnets. Much better. He's about the same size as a Lego minifigure, and he can sit down now. I also made Alex so Steve doesn't get lonely. But if you guys were mad about these guys, you don't even want to know how big this guy is. Now that we're all set to get into the caves, let's take Steve over to this mysterious looking hole and jump right in. Before this video began, I made a ton of stone because this build is gonna take over 300 different Minecraft blocks. It only took me about 12 hours, but without further ado, let's get building. First, I grabbed some stone, combined it with more stone, and did the same thing 2 more times. Afterwards, I took even more stone and started building up to look more elevated. Once I used up all of my stone, we're done! Are you guys happy? It's a cave, right? Maybe this could slide in the old Minecraft, but new Minecraft is awesome. So while I tore down this boring looking cave, I crafted a couple old and new blocks found in the most recent updates from Minecraft. We have blocks like gravel, andesite, granite, diorite, tuff, and even deep slate, which is found below stone. All of these blocks will really help to bring some diversity into our cave. So now that I have a new stack, let's get rebuilding. Now for this cave, I wanted to make it look like I ripped a chunk straight from Minecraft. So I started building the very base of it, going 10 blocks wide and 10 blocks long. After putting the stone in there, I used andesite on this corner to mix things up and even added some dirt blocks to this corner with water to make this cave a little more musty. Even grass started growing. Now that we have a better looking flat surface, I started building a small hill in the cave so it looks more like Minecraft. I made sure to add some gravel, a little more dirt, and even some deep slate on the side. All in all, it's starting to feel more like a cave. The next step to this build is where things start to get cool. I put some blocks together to make a jagged wall, so it feels like you're underground. I mainly use stone and then some diorite. Now things are coming together. I used the same method on the other side of the cave, leaving some holes so you can see through the chunk. And then I got to thinking, what is the point of a cave if there are no ores? Why is my boy even down here? So I made every different ore in Minecraft, and now let me show you what we got. I added some coal blocks to the start of the hill and on the back of the wall. Then I scattered some emeralds around, placed redstone on the floor, added some iron in different places, copper, lapis lazuli, gold, and lastly, some diamonds. Now this cave is looking pretty solid, but while I could stop there, I feel like it's missing something. A roof! So I grabbed a bunch of dirt and grass and started connecting all of the blocks to make land on top of the cave. This is looking sick! By the way, I also changed the side to have more support. The roof kinda dropped. But anyways, once I had the overall shape of it, I even planted a sapling and used bone meal to make a tree. And look! Even a little sheep is chilling up top. And you can't forget about the cow. I feel like when I added the roof, this entire build really took shape. But once I added some blocks hanging over, the cave got a little dark. And you know what that means. Monsters. Before I knew it, we had an infestation of slimes, a 2-block, a 1-block, and a 1/2-block tall slime, zombies, creepers, and even spiders. What's awesome about the spiders is that since I put a magnet in them, they connect to the floor, walls, and even ceilings. Honestly, it's pretty scary, but dang is it so cool. Steve, how are we gonna get rid of these mobs? Let me start cooking. I used 1 stick and 2 iron ingots laying around to craft an iron sword. Now, before you guys say this sword is too big, it's supposed to be human-sized. So let me help out our boy. Man, I'm starting to work up a sweat. How are you doing, Steve? Steve? Get back here! Once we got rid of the mobs, I gotta make sure we don't have any more of them spawning again. So I grabbed a couple of those lanterns we made and put them around the cave. Ah, much better. Now that Steve is feeling nice and comfortable in this dark and musty cave, we can start to set up camp. First, I placed the crafting table and furnace. Then I put a chest down to store some more items. And lastly, in case Steve dies, I put a bed for him to sleep on. This way he'll just spawn back here instead of all the way at the house. But once we finish setting up, now Steve can mine all of the ores he wants, and our cave is complete. Dang, this thing looks awesome. It's 10 inches long, 10 inches wide, and with the tree, it's almost 17 inches tall. This thing is huge compared to Steve. And if you're wondering how many blocks I used, let's just say it was a little over 300. Yikes. But you know what's crazy? I'm not even done. Because now there's other types of caves in Minecraft, and I decided to build mini ones. We have a small dripstone biome, which has these pointed dripstones that can fall and kill you. And I also built something called a lush cave. This cave is actually pretty different because it's mainly made out of clay, moss blocks, and water. It even glows a little bit because of these glowberry vines. But other than that, unless you go deeper, these are the main types of caves that you can find in Minecraft. What's pretty awesome is that there are so many new cave biomes because of the new updates that I really can't show them all in one video. So make sure to tell me what to build next and I'll get working. Bonus builds! Because I have over 210 stone and a ton of new cave blocks, literally hundreds at this point, I decided to add some extra builds that are huge. The first thing that we have is a massive mountain. I literally took chunks of stone and handfuls and mashed them all together. I also added some emeralds because they're actually found in mountain biomes, and some diorite to mix things up. But while I didn't make a goat yet, we still have a sheep and some tall grass to add some life. Overall, it's super simple, but a W nonetheless. Okay, this next build might be one of the coolest builds I've ever done just because of one thing: spiders. As you can see, I built a huge stone wall using all of the different blocks in this video. And if you saw from earlier, there's a magnet built into the spider. So once I place the spider on the wall, just watch him go stupid. Okay, now that was pretty sick. I love this little guy. With all of these new blocks and drippy items, we can now return to the house. Looking good, Steve. Just make sure that Alex doesn't grief you, my boy. Now Steve can craft blocks of ores, make a diamond pickaxe to mine obsidian, but most importantly, stay flexing on the homies. With all of these new materials to use, I wonder what we could build in the next video. If you guys want to buy something like these blocks, please click the link below and visit my shop where you can buy plastic magnetic Minecraft blocks and support the channel. Peace!